I had to go to my face. I seen I was ashy on the stream yesterday. But this is what we got today. It's like a fish bowl, double rice, and I think tilapia fish with some plantains. These plantains is really good. I can't even front. Some really good fish. Got tilapia. And then brown sugar lemonade. All together, everything, I got these three things. The fish bowl with double rice because they didn't have any cabbage. I should have asked them. That's some good fish, man. That's some fire lemonade. What's up, Roses? What's up, Hacker J? Doing a little mukbang. I'll give the rice about a. Rice is honestly kind of mid. Like it needs a lot more flavor. Um, a fish bowl, tilapia with double rice, plantain, brown sugar lemonade. I'll give the rice about like a. It's honestly kind of bland. I'll give the rice about like a 6.5. The fish, I'll give the fish like. Fish is really good. I'll give the fish. Can't lie, this fish is banging. I'll give the fish like a 9. Plantains, I'll give a 9. Because these plantains is soft as These plantains are soft as, as anything. I get plantains at 9. I'll give it the brown sugar lemonade at 9. Only thing I need some work is it's just the rice for real. It's a Jamaican spot called Agnes in downtown Dayton. Oh, are you from Buffalo, New York? Are you from Buffalo, New York? You think so? Shit, honestly, Hacker Jam, I'm just chilling, bro. Yeah, this is some good food right here. Honestly, it was some good food. You said what game was I playing? Tekken and Street Fighter. I'm actually trying to get both of them again. Tekken and Street Fighter. I mentioned all three of them things was $25. All right, I can say see you later, bro. As a matter of fact, there is something I wanted to discuss. That I heard this shit the other day. I was like, damn, these guys still getting killed out here. Um, there was a university. That's one of the things that's popping up in the news right now.
To honor a Southern University student who also died. A second line will take place in Tremay to honor a Southern University student who also died last week. That second line comes as police in Baton Rouge investigate Caleb Wilson's death as a possible hazing incident. Wilson was a Kenner native who graduated from Warren Easton High School. Wilson studied engineering at Southern, where he also played in the band. Wilson died in what investigators say may have been a hazing incident involving a chapter of the Omega Psi Phi fraternity on campus. A source close to that investigation tells our partners at WBRZ in Baton Rouge Wilson was punched in the chest before collapsing during a fraternity ritual. Police have not arrested anyone. The investigation is ongoing. Tonight's second line will take place at Tubafat Square that begins at 5:30.
That's crazy because it's like that should be still happening to this day. I remember when I was in college, and we had the alphas and we had the kappas. Wasn't really no I don't know if it's betas or IOs and Q dogs on our campus, but even the alphas was really in style, popping, getting a lot of attention, and they almost was kind of trying to get me to get on board with that, but I ain't gonna make it seem like everybody just because they're in a frat that they're a bad person, but I do know certain stuff be happening, you know. do know certain shit be happening. And I was saying that's what I was afraid of, but shit be happening in that world, you know. And every now and then you hear about somebody who died from amazing death, white and black. It's crazy, bro. All to rep those colors of a fraternity. They like all to get that acceptance, you know. It's really crazy.
Do you like Asian women?
And then Donald Trump's been all over the news. It's like people just know, man, it's about to be some crazy financial changes in this world. People's hating it. Matter of fact,
buildings I ride by, it says Department of Education. They're all over the place. And we don't even want it. We want the education to be given by the states. It'll be much better. It'll move us to the top of the list from the bottom of the list. And actually save us money. But not, it's too important to even talk about them. It'll save us a lot of money, but we don't want that. We want education to be given. So you go in Indiana, Idaho, and all these places that are so well run. They're going to be producing education that will be the equivalent of, like Denmark is one, and Norway, Sweden. Actually, China is one of the better in terms of education, and so we can't blame size anymore. You know, China has 1.4 billion people, but they're very high on their list. So one thing we're doing well on, we're number one is cost per pupil. We spend more money than any other country in the world by far. So I jokingly say the one thing we do well on is the cost. We spend more money, and yet we're toward the bottom of the list. Yeah.
Mr. President, I want to ask you, the joint address, millions of Americans watched your joint address earlier this week where you warned that there could be a little disturbance that Americans could feel as a function of these taxes, these tariffs. How much disturbance are you willing to accept in the near term as a function of that? And to set expectations, how long should Americans expect things to cost a bit more?
Well, so far, Peter, there hasn't been very much because these numbers are coming out. We're here for just a little over 4 weeks. And these are fantastic numbers. I was watching some of the reports this morning. They were surprised. There could be some disturbance, a little bit of disturbance. I solved a little bit of that because I have respect for our auto companies, and I gave them a little bit of a 1-month reprieve because it was unfair. Although I'm sure they'll take advantage of it. I see they're driving a lot of cars into the U.S. to try and avoid the tariffs, and, taking advantage of it a little bit. But they called me, they asked me, they said, could they have a little bit of help? And I decided, they're American companies, USMCA, and I let them have that. But this really kicks in the reciprocals, kicks in on
What's going on,
August the 2nd.
CJ?
And I wanted it to be the first so badly. Just didn't want to be on April Fool's Day. So I made it the 2nd. That's going to cost a lot of money. That one day is going to cost a lot of money, but that's okay. But I don't see it. I don't see anything. I see good reports. I think we're going to have good numbers from the beginning. Now, the globalists won't love this because
Yeah,
this
I'm just still on this Facebook.
So if they're coming back to America,
Still on this
maybe they'll
YouTube
lose
grind,
some
this
in
social
other
media
parts of the
grind,
world. But the other parts of the world have done very well, and they'll continue to do very well. But I think the United States is going to be doing record business. We'll bring a lot of those 90,000 factories that have been lost over the last number of years. It's been, it's hard to believe. 90,000, think of what 90,000 is. 90,000 plants and factories. And we're going to bring back many of those plants.
Imagine that. Imagine how much more Jamaican food I could eat with all those type of factories coming back. Imagine how much more nice gear I could buy, how much more cars we could buy, how much more houses we could buy, how much more businesses we could start, how much more money we could all get. I'm talking to the point that they're saying Elon Musk is saying the richest man on the earth, the richest man on the earth, the richest man on the earth is saying that he's scared that people want to kill him because of the type of information he's about to release of how they've been spending all of our money. It's like, man, bro, like, people shouldn't have to just wait till, like, tax time to be eating good, living good, dressing good, buying new cars, buying new houses, starting new businesses. We got to wait till tax time to do that. And then it's like, and then some people, they might not even really be getting the shit back because I didn't file the wrong way before, but they was like, oh, yeah, you owe, and I had a business, but I'm trying to see if when I file it the right time next time, if they're gonna be like, oh yeah, okay, you're gonna get your money back type thing. You know what I'm saying? But people file wrong and whatnot. Or some people's not getting that much back. Some people got owe the government. It's just like, man, when I hear Trump say stuff like that, it just make me be like, damn, bro. We losing out on so much money out here right now. So much money we're losing out on. We losing out on so much money. But, a lot of people don't even know what's going on. I want to call one of these gyms real quick and be like, ask them how much their memberships is. We losing out on a lot of money though, man. It's like 90,000 factories, and because I live in a city that's based off of mainly the factories there in Ohio, and it's like you get dizzy even just thinking about how much factories there are over here. But at the same time, over here, even though there's a lot of factories, sometimes you gotta go so far just to get to work. By you losing 90,000 factories and across the whole USA, that could be the difference of people just having literally a factory in their neighborhood and be like, yo, man, let me just go to, let me just walk up the street instead of having to catch a ride and go far and do this and do that. You know, that shit could change so much. Man, they're not answering like nothing. Man, that's just a lot of money. I'm about to keep on playing that interview, but it's just like when I just hear stuff like that, I just got to stop and just think about it. Like, damn, that's a lot of. You just getting screwed over, bro. Like, it's all these politicians we thought was for us that's keeping us from buying houses, keeping us from getting money, keeping us from opening businesses and having more cars and being like self-sustaining. That's a lot of money, man. <clears throat> 90,000 factories, bro. Let me get back to that interview. You just gotta stop when you hear some shit like that, though. It's crazy. That's a lot of money.
One day the tariffs are on, the next day they're off. Right now, the markets, as you know well, prefer stability. Are you done going forward with the pauses in the carve-outs? Is that it for those?
There'll always be changes and adjustments, and you can't just. I could have, for instance, told the American car companies, "No, I'm not going to give you anything," and then you wouldn't have had to say, "Well, they're getting a little extra." It's just a little bit of a 1 month reprieve. They're very happy about what's happening. They won't have to go across borders, and you see the zigzagging. You have a fender made in Canada, you have something else made in Mexico. We don't want that. We want it made here. But there'll always be some modifications. I mean, if you have a wall in front of you, sometimes you have to go around the wall instead of through it. But I think very little. I think very little. On occasion, if we can do something, we want to help companies. We want to help companies create jobs. So I could have left that, and you wouldn't have had a minor change. Instead, I was asked by the real majors, the big majors, if they could do this, and I said, yeah, I'll do it. I want you to produce a lot of jobs. And numerous of the people, actually all of the people I spoke to have already been, they're very much on the way to already do it. That's why you have auto jobs increase. And the man, I don't know him, Sean Fain, I don't know him, and I did great, as you know, with the auto workers, with the Teamsters, with unions. I did fantastically well. Best numbers ever by a Republican. And I have a lot of respect for those people. But Sean Fain, who I don't know, but wasn't a supporter, although the auto workers were big supporters. I watched him last night, and he said Donald Trump is absolutely right on tariffs. He said what he's doing on tariffs is an incredible thing. And it's about time somebody had the guts to do it, because we're going to save auto manufacturing. And I said to people when I was campaigning, you're going to have so many auto jobs, you're not going to believe what's going to happen. We're going to load up Michigan. I won the state of Michigan, as you know. And part of the reason I won it was I got a lot of auto workers that voted for me, Detroit, etc. But I think people are going to be very surprised. Yes?
Thank you, Mr. President. You mentioned in your remarks chips manufacturing, how a significant percentage is now in Taiwan. You also mentioned it in your address to Congress, and you called on Congress to overturn the CHIPS Act, which had bipartisan support in the last Congress. Why would you like to see this particular law?
There is a huge boom like we've never seen in Central Ohio.
Construction is busy. Local 50 is in dire need of apprentices. I could confidently tell someone who's thinking about getting into this trade that there is a steady flow of work out ahead of them.
The training that you get from the union is unparalleled in the industry.
We have the ability to offer you and your family higher wages, better medical insurance, vision, dental, a pension, a supplemental pension.
I am happy being a local 50 insulator.
I mean, the free tax government, like all these people.
All these commercials.
Because it's hundreds of billions of dollars, and it's just a waste of money. Now, some people have already taken the money and used it. Actually, it's very hard to qualify, because they go by race, they go by gender, they go by all sorts of things. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. You won't be able to find those people. So I don't even think anybody can qualify. They have so many different categories. In order to qualify, you have to have so many of a certain race, a certain gender, a certain this, a certain... And I don't think they can qualify, but if they take the money, they better qualify, because they'll be watching them. But it's a tremendous waste of money. I didn't give the greatest chip company in the world, one of the greatest companies, I didn't give them 10 cents. They came here because of tariffs, because they didn't want to pay the tariffs. And they also came here because they like the results of the election, because they know that I'm very pro-business and pro-jobs. I mean, I'm pro-business, not for business sake. I'm pro-business because of jobs, because business is producing the jobs. Okay.
What's going on, Magco? I was listening to this Trump interview.
I think we're doing very well with Russia.
Yeah.
But right now they're bombing.
Yeah, I've been on for like 30 minutes.
I'm finding it more
About 40
difficult
minutes. I'm about to
deal with Ukraine.
probably be on here for like another hour and a half, and then come back maybe in like 2 hours.
As you know,
It should be stressful. Like we used to talk about, man. It's like you gotta do this shit like a job, but it's like I had to run errands today. I had to
in terms of
I had to run a few errands today. I had to yeah. That's where I got the food from today. I had to run errands today. I had to get like a bus card because I got my car got hit, so I literally haven't been able to go nowhere for like I went and counted that shit like what's today's date? About 19 days. Two almost 3 weeks. I haven't been able to damn near go anywhere far at least. I haven't been able to go nowhere far because it's like everywhere so far you gotta pay transportation and this and that. Life, man, you gotta tell all the youngins, man, get your money up. This life all about it every single day. Every single day is shit about the paper. And it's like yeah, I don't know how better to say it, but it's really about the paper every day. Oh no, it's just water. I put some water in a vitamin water bottle. But yeah, I gotta get this paper, man, because I had to buy a bus pass today. I haven't ridden the bus in like 8 months. Since July. I've been just in my car since July. Finally got my car hit. Not saying finally, I'm saying, yeah, because I'm saying it like it was finally supposed to happen, but I got my car hit. So now I'm about to go to my Cairo appointment on Tuesday, and I got a doctor's appointment 1 week from that. Hoping I could get a nice settlement from this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? If I could get, I hate to make it about that, but it's like shit. If I could get a couple thousands, about 10, and I might be able to have that 10, buy another car, and probably still fix this car I got. You know what I'm saying? And then I might be able to sell that type of shit. So I might have like a new car and about some racks in my pocket. But I just hope that they could pursue the shit and get it to like a good situation, because it's like I haven't been able to go nowhere for like 3 weeks, and that's been killing my pockets. Just because I sell magazines and whatnot. But now, because I've been so local for so many days, I gotta cause I've been so local for so many days. I want to just apply to this job downtown. I've been good, man. Just thinking about leveling up every day. That's a funny. That's a funny question. Yeah, I would say you probably my most loyal fan. So at least when you come in, I'd be like, damn, I can make my hours go up because I know somebody gonna actually watch me, for a good hour or two. Let me put this other phone. What's going on, Denver? Hold on one second. Let me just put this second phone on the charge. Actually, should I put this on the charge or should I just keep on playing that Trump interview? I might finish that Trump interview and then put this shit on the charge. Let me see.
And we're talking, I find that in terms of getting a final settlement, it may be easier dealing with Russia, which is surprising because they have all the drugs. And then bombing the hell out of them like that. And I put a statement in, a very small statement. We can't do that. We can't do that. We're trying to help them. And Ukraine has to get on the ball again. So, Michael, could you come up here? I see you.
Shit. My channel is Food, Fashion, Women, Sports, but you could call me P3.
Definition of what's going on.
Sure, but the president has been crystal clear. He's been clear to all sides. Fighting has to stop. Both sides need to get to the table. We had a good engagement that both leaders have said only President Trump could do so, and only he has been able to do so. We had an initial engagement with the Russians. The Ukrainians had a great opportunity to bind our economies together through that mineral deal. Unfortunately, that didn't go so well, but we think we're going to get things back on track. Secretary Rubio, myself, and Ukrainian delegation will be meeting in Saudi Arabia next week to get these talks back on track, get the ceasefire in place, and drive peace home under President Trump's leadership.
Yeah.
I think if I wasn't president,
It's a lot of people's names that people haven't heard of.
chance of settlement.
Where are you from, Denver? Are you from Denver?
But I think we're going to get it settled and stopped. We got to stop it. They're losing on average 2,000 soldiers. That's a lot of soldiers. You agree, Peter? I actually think he's doing what anybody else would do. I think he wants to get it stopped and settled, and I think he's hitting them harder than he's been hitting them. And I think probably anybody in that position would be doing that right now. He wants to get it ended.
Are you living in Denver? Are you from Denver or where are you originally from?
But I don't see you see that they're taking tremendous punishment. I don't quite get it, but I suspect Michael he probably wants to get it.
He does, Mr. President. The Russians are taking incredible losses on the front. As the president has said, this is a meat grinder of people, of material, of national treasure, and no one else has any solutions except to let this war continue forever. But I'll add, the president has had multiple conversations and a visit from President Macron of France, Prime Minister Starmer of the United Kingdom. We have the NATO Secretary General coming next week. We have this meeting with the Ukrainians. We've had it with the Russians. All of this in the president's first month of his leadership. We will engage in the shuttle diplomacy and we'll continue to use his leadership and what leverage we have to get both sides of the peace deal. It's not going to be easy, President Trump.
It would have never happened. It would have never happened if I were president. But it did happen. So a lot of other things should have happened too. We shouldn't have 21 million people pouring into our country through open borders, many of whom are criminals, very bad criminals, including
He's just talking about all the stuff he's gonna do,
many killed.
and then he was talking about, like I was telling them earlier in the stream, that one of the things that really got me was he said that basically they've had up to 90,000 factories closed. I don't know if it's from the last presidency or if it's from the last presidency or even before, because he could have only did so much in just that first term, and it's just crazy, man. It's just like, damn, that's a lot of factories, man. And I was telling him the reason why I say that is because the city I live in is basically like it's built on factories. You know what I'm saying? So it's like That's a really big deal. It's a lot of money, you know. So I just like to listen to his speeches sometimes because I really feel like you just kind of have that feeling sometimes when you're like, man, like shit could be so much better out here. You know, it could be so much better, so much smoother, so much nicer. But yeah, it's just Oh, what game was you playing? Dead Rails? Never heard of it.
They're roaming our streets, but Tom Holman and Christy Noma doing an incredible job, and we getting them out of here, and we'll get them out, get them all out. But all these things shouldn't have happened. We shouldn't have inflation. We shouldn't have had this horrible inflation where the prices have gone up. Look at eggs. So we're doing a good job. We're doing a good job.
President, in regards to the pause of military assistance to Ukraine, you put out on social media yesterday that Russia is pounding Ukraine.
That's right.
Why not provide Ukraine with air defenses? And what happens to the president when Ukraine runs out?
Well, because, yeah, that's a good question. Because I have to know that they want to settle. I don't know that they want to settle. If they don't want to settle, we're out of there. Because we want them to settle. And I'm doing it to stop death. More important than anything else. Secondarily, way down the line is the money. So we're in for $350 billion and Europe is in for $100 billion. They should be in for the same or more than us. And, I watched over the last week or so what's going on in Europe. This thing could end up in World War III if we don't get it settled. This could really end up in a World War III. We got to get it settled.
Okay, I bought this house on 194 Harbor Street in Kalispell, Montana. I'm going to make a bunch of money in cash flow, and that's...
Yeah, I saw the hostages the other day. They came in, people that were not young, some young and some older, much older. And they gave, it was hard for them to do it actually. They gave statements as to what happened. I was asking, what happened? How was it? I said, did you see anybody in there that was kind, like out of the hundreds of people that you were seeing in Hamas? Did some of them wink at you and say, don't worry, you're going to be okay, or give you a piece of bread? Or, no. I said, were there any people that were like kind? I was shocked. The answer was
Roadblocks.
nobody. Just
Yeah.
the opposite. They'd be slapped and punched. One man broke his ribs. He couldn't breathe for a month. It was brutal. I was so surprised. Did you think there'd be a couple of people that would be kind, that would say, you're going to be okay? But they had none of that.
Oh, let me put this on the charger. Charger's coming. That's about to die. Charger's coming. I'm literally about to get one, bro. I had two stolen. I had two stolen. Hate to say one of them. I don't want to say what I really feel about that second one, but I had two stolen. So honestly, like I'm about to get another one, like probably next week. Honestly, if not next week, the week after that, but sometime this month, I'm about to get another one because I've literally been thinking about that, and I'm about to be living nice in a second, because what I want to do for real, I want to put like I'm gonna get rid of Spectrum honestly, because that shit was getting too much. So I know how a lot of these capitalist companies work now. I'm like, fuck it. If I already got two phones on the Metro, Probably just gonna put Wi-Fi on the metro. That way, because what I was about to start doing was going to Starbucks to use the internet. Because I canceled my I stopped paying my Spectrum for after a second. Um, yeah, for sure. And it's like I stopped. I canceled my Spectrum. Just because it's like I got behind and shit. But then when I got some money recently, I was like, ain't no point of really getting back on Spectrum because if you owe about 300 whatever, not saying you want to just make delinquent bills or nothing, but I'm looking at it like I could probably just save with Metro. Because one of the guys on Metro one day he asked me did I want to put my Wi-Fi through them. And you know how you be going through some shit, and you know these people be asking you so much questions like, "Oh, do you want to do this?" or, "Yeah, we could get you this for a deal." I was kind of pissed off during the time, um, and let me see if I could. I just looked when if I try and lie down. I was kind of pissed off around the time, and it's like he went and asked me that, and I was like, like, but now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, that probably makes a lot more sense. Just put it under Metro because I think I already paid 80 for two phones, so I think nine times out of ten they could get you the Wi-Fi included for probably about 50 or something. And it's like the equipment probably might be included or whatever, hopefully, because Spectrum they'll say they want to get you that shit for a certain price, but everything always just seemed like it's ends up being so much more. I just want to see how that shit look. But yeah, everything just end up being so much more, and then you feel like you're paying more anyway. So it's like I might just do that shit with Spectrum. Do that shit with Spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Like not with Spectrum with Metro, because it's like I said, it's like nine times out of ten they could get you that shit damn near for the same price, or just added 50 to your bill or something. So I might as well just do it with them. You know. I'm about to call them tomorrow, probably. Like, ask them, see what's up with that. I can't wait till I get another one though, because I got one stolen from an Airbnb, one stolen at my friend's house. So it's like I need another one now. And when I get this next one, this next one is gonna be nice. Get back on the game. I'm gonna get back on here in literally about 2 hours probably. Want to just rest my head a bit because I've been walking around all day. I walked probably about 3 miles today just to get to that place where I could load my bus car and shit. Now in the car is out. Oh, I'm gonna be playing Tekken and Street Fighter, bro. That's the games I play for real. Tekken and Street Fighter. That's the games they stole from me, honestly. Tekken and Street Fighter. You said Marvel Rivals? I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, I'm gonna get back on here in like 2 hours. You should just spin back around, bro. Mag out in about 2 hours. I'm gonna be back on here. I just need to rest my head a bit. Like I said, I just got done walking a lot. I feel that's what's making me a little tired and shit. But I'm gonna be back on like 2 hours.